Thank you very much for the introduction and for the opportunity to talk here to these beautiful people. I will share the presentation then. So the reason why we are talking about the Clean Games Baltic Cup here is that we care about the oceans and different bodies of water in the Baltic region. There is a big part of the pollution problem, which is related to littering in coastal areas, and our project is focused on volunteer cleanups in a game format. So what we do is making these cleanup events on coastal areas, and we also have partnered with CCB not only in this Baltic Cup project, but also in water program Russia-Belarus as well. And we are very proud that we developed a new addition to our format, which is focused on water problems in particular, but I will touch on that a little bit later. So Clean Games train activists across the globe to engage local communities, locals in environmental action and in volunteer cleanups in particular. Our main goal is to attract as many people as possible. We have seen that sometimes cleanups attract only activists, people who are already who already care about this, but it's hard to attract other people who hesitate. So we make this format to attract them as well. So instead of making something boring, and so especially in post-Soviet area, and I see that a lot of people here are from post-Soviet countries, we have this idea in mind that a cleanup is something that was what was given to us from the higher authority, and we need to do that. It's a labor, and we really want to shift the focus from that to something fun and engaging. So we make this game format, and the results of that approach are that people compete with each other and they collect more litter, actually, besides the fact that they're having fun in the process. So in a nutshell, Clean Games are competition in waste collecting and sorting. And in the classic format, it could be a really big open air festival with a host, music, and picnic after the game, with some additional activities, with some photo shoots after the game. So, for example, in St. Petersburg last year, we had a big tournament for 100 or for 1,500 participants, and in the events that are this big, it's really like a city festival. Actual result of this kind of event could be measured by amount of waste collected and by participants, of course. As I said, St. Petersburg is really the leader here, but it's not the only city in Russia that attracts so many participants. For example, we have much smaller city, Vologda in Russia, and they usually have around 1,000 participants, as well as Kazan, another city in Russia. So about the audience, I should tell that, as I said, it's not only activists. It's about attracting families with kids, local communities, schools, students, like practically everyone we can attract. Of course, in the near past, we had to adapt our format to the restrictions, and it still makes sense to make it. For example, in St. Petersburg, we are making the nearest tournament in a format that abides the restriction. So we still can make the tournament, we still can make competition, we can start in different time, we can start in different places with no big groups, with minimum of equipment involved, and with no music or host or this kind of features that are but we usually use on these mass events. But people still can compete and be involved in something good. So there is this anti-COVID version of our games. To speak a little bit more about the rules, so you could imagine how it is going. One of the catchy phrases that it's like Pokemon Go, but with picking up later. It's because we're using the mobile application. We mark littered areas. Organizer of the event marks littered areas on the map, and all the participants can see them on the map. So when the game starts, a host or an organizer tells them like ready, steady, go. Then they run to these places and they collect all the litter in this stressed time. They need to make it in 1 hour or so. So they collect litter and they pass collected bags of litter to volunteers, and these volunteers enroll the game points to the players. And if the players sort waste in the process and they separate this bag is a bag of plastic, this bag is a bag of glass, for example, they get more game points. They also can make pictures before and after, and that also will get them additional points. And they could also find some surprising things in the field, and we usually make this separate best finding contest when we have an exhibition of interest in findings, and it's really funny and interesting to take part in. So in the process, in the mobile application, players see the leaderboards, they see their current rating, how much game points they have, and who is the first, who is the second. In the end, the results are fixed, we check them, and the winners are awarded. And they're awarded with prizes. The prizes usually are backed up by sponsors, but these prizes shouldn't be something really expensive, because the main goal, of course, is to participate in a good deed, and making really expensive prizes will confuse players. And as I said, we have developed an additional activity, and this is the photo of one of additional activities we've been developed for water program, and it's about microplastic. And it as the game itself, when people make something by themselves, they understand something through action, and in this case, they understand how hard it is to collect microplastic in sand, even if they are not located on a beach. They are able to do this exercise. So these are some containers with sand, and in sand they need to find microplastic. And of course, we educate them about the reasons and the consequences. The consequences for the water, for animals in the water, and the reasons why microplastic can get to the beach in the first place. So I just told you about the format we use to attract participants to these kind of events. I'll just make a short wrap up about how we work with people interested in this format, and I will invite you to participate in the Baltic Cup on 18th of September. So we train activists. That means that we provide the full methodology we have. We've been doing this since 2014, and we have like a book about having this kind of event. And this document covers every little detail, because you can make a really small event for like friends and families, for 30 people, for example, and you can make a really big event, like I said, for 1,500 participants. So if you want, you can learn about every aspect of having an event this big. We also have some online workshops or offline live workshops in spring and in autumn to train activists. So we are happy to have someone in these activities as well. And we provide this technical platform for our organizers, meaning the website and the mobile application. So we provide the tool, and it's free to use. We sign a non-commercial agreement for you to follow our guidelines using the logo and the name of our format, and basically that's it. So if you already make some cleanup events, you can use our tool to make them more engaging and more fun. If you didn't, you can start with that format, and it could be really helpful for you, because it has the snowball effect of attracting attention from different stakeholders, from the participants, from mass media, from sponsors and brands, and social responsible businesses interested in making this kind of events for their employees, for example, and from city administration as well. As I said, we have some events for organizers for about the year, and we've been doing this since 2014. I will not stop too much on some slides, because we have limited time, and I suppose everyone is ready for the lunch, and we will have some Q&A session, as I understand. So this is our experience in total, just to show you the scale of our project. It's not only in the Baltic Sea states; it's across the globe with 24 countries and almost every continent. We didn't cover Australia yet. And what about the Baltics? So we, on 18th of September, on the World Cleanup Day, we will hold the third Clean Games Baltic Cup. So far we've been made 2 tournaments, and in every tournament we invite all the countries of the Baltic Sea Basin, including Ukraine and Belarus, to join. We are really happy to have this action annual, and we invite all of you to participate on 18th of September. If you're ready to participate as a player, we'll be too happy if you will join. I will send the link in the chat after I will finish the presentation. And if you are interested as an organizer, we will be happy to have you on board maybe in spring, because it's too little to prepare to the next Saturday. But if you are already planning some event, you can try to implement our format in this event on the next Saturday. We've been partnered with some organizations which are worldwide, like World Cleanup Day and Earth Day, and some Baltic organizations, including, of course, Coalition Clean Baltic. And we had some collaboration with brands, and I'm showing this because it shows the opportunity to an organizer to collaborate with such brands, thanks to the format, which is really attractive to not only to participants but also to partners like these ones. So basically that's it. I wanted to show you our format, the way we work, and to invite you to participate in the upcoming Clean Games Baltic Cup. Once again, it will be held in all the Baltic Sea Basin countries, including Belarus and Ukraine, on 18th of September. If you're part of World Cleanup Day and Let's Do It organization, we will be happy to have you on board. If you are making any other cleanups within any other frameworks, we will be happy to have you on board. If you don't do this, but you are interested to start, we will be happy to have you on board as well.